Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and today's go home day. Yeah, it's done. It's been a glorious and wonderful and magnificent time here, but it's time to go home. It's time to go home. So, got to check out. It automatically checks you out. You don't have to stop by reception. You don't have to do anything. You just go. And the train station is right in Disney Village. I'm going to actually take a high-speed train to the airport, which means it's a 10-minute train ride. That's pretty awesome. There are other ways of getting to the airport. You could take the RER, but then it takes about an hour and a half. You can, take a shuttle bus. You can take a taxi. But I was like, there's a high-speed train. I've never been on a high-speed train, and it will get me there nice and easy and fast. So that's what I'm doing. I bought my tickets online already. They are like timed tickets, so my train is at 9:30, so I have to make sure I get through security, because to get into Disney Village to where the train station is, I have two choices. I can walk, which means I have to go through security just as if I was going to the parks, or I could take a shuttle bus, which will go around to the other hotels and then bring you to the train station. I just want to walk. It's really close, but that means I have to get in the security line. It's not a big deal, but it might take time. Yesterday, the park was so busy. It hit capacity. I'm thinking that a lot of area are on holiday right now because it was packed yesterday. And it took me a half hour to get through security yesterday. So I'm giving myself a lot of extra time just in case. And it's time to head to the airport. Let's get going. I am glad I gave myself the extra time because this is what the line looked like yesterday for security. So security is sort of just down the way, but this will take a half hour to get through this line. So just a quick goodbye shot of the hotel. This was a great place. So that wasn't too bad. It actually only took like 15, maybe 20 minutes. Not as long as I was expecting it to take. But glad I gave myself extra time just in case. So like I said, the train station is in the middle of the Disney Village, which is like the shopping and dining area. So you might see some familiar things like a Rainforest Cafe and Earl of Sandwich. But you also have a Rosalie over here. There's the steakhouse. Lego store was under construction while I've been here, so it's not open. You see there's a Starbucks. And if you see that brown awning where it's like a barbecue kind of place, the train station is just past there. Okay, I said it was barbecue. It's actually Tex-Mex, but it's okay. My brain's not fully working yet. It's all good. Train station. So you see that like glass dome, and it has like two pointy spires. That's the train station. So from here, if I was going to the parks, I would go left, and that has like the World of Disney, and that loops around to the park entrances. But this is the exit to the train station. This is where I'm going, and here we are. Gare de Marine La Vallée, she say. So we're not taking the RER, we're taking a train. So I'm going to have to go this way. And they have a board that'll tell me what track. So let me get out my ticket and check which track I'm on. So my track was not announced yet, but you could see that there's a whole lot of different tracks here. And you just have to match up your train number to the sign. My train number is 5260. So once it's announced, you could see the sign in front of me. This is for train, it says 9884, right? So I just have to wait for my track to be announced at this point. There are also a few little eateries. There's a Pret a Manger, there's a Starbucks in here. So there's a few places if you didn't eat breakfast, then you need a little caffeine or a little snacky. They have a few in here too. Okay, my track was announced. I'm on track 3. It got announced, I'd say about 17, 17, if I want to be technical, 17 minutes before the train was scheduled. Some of these trains are running late, so much like any kind of public transit, give yourself extra time. Public transit, things happen, right? So my train so far is on time, so excellent, and it should be here soon. Okay, I made it to the Charles de Gaulle station, and now I have to go to Terminal 1 at the airport. So I'm just going to follow the arrows. This little sign says I have to take the CDGVAL, which is like a little shuttle train thing. Continuing to follow the signs.
The next station is Parking PX. Please make sure you take all your belongings.
下一站
I made it through security. There were definitely more layers on this end than when I left New York. So I had to go through passport control. And then after I went through passport control, then I had to go through security. So it was like a few different steps. All in all, it took me about 45 minutes to get through. The lines were not too bad, but each one had a line. So I made it through. And there's a nice shopping promenade over here. I'm in Terminal 1, which is actually the smaller terminal. Terminal 2 is like the main terminal, so this is pretty nice. I can only imagine what Terminal 2 looks like. How pretty. We have lots of shopping over here. So much going on. This is really a gorgeous airport. I'm like on my way to find my gate, but it's really pretty. I found myself a seat near my gate, and they have these lovely couches to sit in, or these chairs, and they all have power ports. Look at that. Also a little table where I have my juice. It's a really nice waiting area. Time travel. I've been home for a minute. After a long flight, I was exhausted, and also when you get off the plane, you don't go into like the common sort of like waiting area of the airport. So very similar to on the French side, when I got off the plane, they kind of like have it set up where it's like you just turn and you go directly to the customs area. So it's not like you have like, you know, the area where the shops are, like you don't have access to that. You just have to go directly from like the jetway to customs, which I mean makes total sense. I get it. But like there's no downtime and you're not allowed to film in the customs area. So obviously, yeah, after I landed, there wasn't much more filming to do at the airport. So I got off the plane, I went through customs, they asked the typical questions, and they're like, okay. And they sent me on my merry way. So I then went and collected my luggage and got my Uber home. No trouble with the Uber home this time, so that was good news. I don't know if you recall my last couple of flights, getting to the airport was fine, but getting home, I was having trouble getting ride shares. I don't remember which it was, but like they kept canceling rides and I was having a hard time getting home, but no issues this time. So that was great. But was a great trip. It was a great trip. So great that like I will absolutely go back to France. It was wonderful and glorious and everything I wanted it to be. And I'm so glad I did it. And I'm so glad I took active steps to fulfill a dream that I had. And I did it. I went to Paris. I went to France, and I'm all the better for it. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. And with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.